Oh, sorry, just ran raps. Man, this kind of stuff really screws with my upload schedule. I need to do more stuff while I think of other raps. What content should I try? Episode reviews are probably pretty popular, and I have a lot of fun watching them. Maybe giving my own take on episodes would be great.
Oh, forget about it!
Hey everyone, Scintillating Susie here. Today, I want to talk to you about one of my favorite adult cartoons, Forget About It. Forget About It is a show about Jimmy Falcone, a former mafioso who killed his own boss to save his uncle. Unfortunately, this caused the rest of the mob to try and kill Jimmy, injuring him and his family. So, to protect his family, he sells out the mob to the feds in exchange for being put into witness protection. This led to the Falcones being moved to Regina, Saskatchewan, as the McDougalls. It's a great show with a lot of fun comedy and good characters. These other characters consist of Cookie, a strict, hot-tempered but well-meaning housewife, Cheech, a drunken idiot who is Jimmy's uncle, Teresa, the slutty daughter who only cares about her own image, Gina, the hardcore mafia daughter who will cut you for crossing her, Petey, the outcast of the family who is racist and just, and the Mountie Special Agent McCool, a goody two-shoes assigned with protecting the Falcones. All with Jimmy being one of the best fictional fathers I have ever seen. Wait, you don't believe that? You think a capo can't be a good father? Oh, well, that's where you're wrong. There are several episodes proving otherwise. But what episode should I pick? Hate crime legislation is for pussies? Nah, I'd focus on introducing the characters and would make it harder to prove my point. Petey Cat's Got It? Nah, that's more of a Petey episode. The Broadfather? Great episode that proves my point well, but a bit too political for a first review. Revenge Wears a Unitard? Nah, it's the last episode and better for examining Gina than any other character. McFrugals? Perfect! Now come along, audience, and see how an ex-mafia member can be an amazing father. The episode starts with an explanation of something that happened in the family's old life. This is something that each episode does, mainly focusing on Jimmy, but will occasionally switch to other characters. This episode, they focus on Gina and explains her side of the story. It reveals that she was trying to kill Cheech for Jimmy, until he killed Don Gambini. This may seem like some padding at first, but it's actually important in showing us how different these characters are, along with their lives. Thanks to this, we know Gina was always ruthless, and other ones show us that Jimmy did not hesitate to get into trouble. Even this one shows us that, which actually comes around later near the end of the episode. And then the intro. Oh boy, the intro. This is one of the best intros I've ever seen. It does a genuinely good job at showing off what the series is in a catchy way. Especially since it's telling us exactly how Jimmy got to this point. Just listen to it and tell me it isn't a bop.
Let me tell you something about a friend of ours named Jimmy. I made the wise guy and a capo with a Gambini. But when he found out that they'd be whacking Uncle Cheech, he'd take the boss, he threw him from the 19th floor suite. Wasn't much along till the mob all wants him dead. So Jimmy had no choice but to talk to all the feds. The feds will say they helped if they could use him as a pawn. So he ratted out his friends and moved to Saskatchewan. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Oh, forget about it.
After the intro, the actual episode starts with Cookie doing laundry. When an ad for a commercial comes on, this entire sequence is so hilarious, by the way. I'll just let it speak for itself.
Are your fingers tired at the end of a long day?
They are.
Are you still dialing the phone by hand?
I am.
Do you sometimes not point because you just can't be bothered?
That's me. I hate pointing.
With Superfinger, you'll never have to lift a finger again.
Oh, that's handy. Fingery.
But wait, there's more. It also scratches, pokes, taps, and picks. It's super. Dial 1-800-FINGER-ME now.
Welcome to Superfinger. Enter your credit card number now.
Wait a minute. We don't have a credit card.
Enter your credit card number now.
I said I don't have a credit card. Do you take cash?
Sure.
Really?
No.
I'll give you a super finger.
Before I continue, I just want to say that barely any woman that will want to buy that doesn't want it for pointing. YouTube means I can't say what it would be for, so if you can see the joke I am making here, good for you. Put it in the comments for people who don't get it. After failing to buy the super finger, she laments to Jimmy about not having a credit card. What follows is a pretty funny scene about how these guys used to be part of a mob and are used to doing things illegally. Jimmy relents and agrees to go to the bank to a credit card. This may not be too big a case for him being a good dad, but this is the point to him being a good husband. Her wife wanted something she didn't need just to get by a minor annoyance, but he still decided to get a credit card for her just because he wants his wife to be happy. And this isn't the first time Jimmy has done something unnecessary just to make a family member happy. I'll probably bring them up when I review the episodes that have them, but for the sake of bringing up examples, he once refused to sleep with other girls despite the fact that if he didn't, he would lose his manhood, all because he didn't want to cheat on Cookie. Once he got the money, he paid for Petey's Ocean Lab experience despite how expensive it was, even saying, "Nothing is too expensive for my kids." Sure, soon was proven wrong, but it shows that if he has the money, he will pay for whatever his kids want. So, Jimmy ends up heading to the bank where he daydreams with the teller giving info. This is important because he wasn't actually listening and chose a high interest rate.
So, what do you think, sir?
I think I could take this place in about 2.5.
I meant in terms of interest.
Hey, I'm here, ain't I?
So did you want the low-risk interest rate of 0.1%, or did you want to lock it in at 6?
So I can have 0.1 or 6%.
That's right.
I'll take the 6, and you better have it by Friday. Sorry, old habits.
Honestly, my favorite types of jokes in this show are that the Falcons are so used to mob life, they don't understand how legal things works. It makes a lot of sense while being hilarious. So, Jimmy gets the paper and realizes they are rich, leaving all of them to head on a massive spending spree. The only poor part of this one is with Jimmy quitting his job, but there is a pretty funny rule of 3 joke here.
Don't you dare!
So, after the spending spree, Cookie and Jimmy end up finding out they're broke while trying to buy groceries. They go to the bank where it reveals that because Jimmy chose a 6% interest rate, his money is locked up for 6 months, and now they're broke.
Mr. McDougal, your money is locked in for a period of no less than 6 months due to the high interest rate. I explained this all to you in great detail.
Isn't there anything you can do? How about a loan? You know we're good for it.
I'm sorry, Mrs. McDougal, but our records indicate that you recently went on an insane spending spree and are now at significant credit risk.
Jimmy, what are we gonna do?
What did he say, Cook? Holy crap! We're broke?
May thinks this proves he's a bad father because it is a massive financial risk even without the insane spending spree. This does hurt my case a bit, but it's not all bad since it was an accident, and the only reason they earned it is because it's something the whole family did. He even does whatever he can to try and help his family fix his mistake, so they end up having to live a bit more economically for a while, leaving everyone giving up something they love. Because Jimmy ended up quitting his job, he needs to find a new way to get money. They end up getting a job. I don't think you can say that without getting demonetized. Let's just say they gave those bull massages. I've never seen a massage when someone uses their mouth.
God, my arm is tired.
Your arm?
Jimmy laments about how little money they are making and ends up losing their power. This is where one of my biggest points about why Jimmy is a great father shows up. Knowing that if he doesn't pay rent, they will lose the house, so he sucks up his pride and asks Gina for a loan. He ends up getting chewed out, which is actually a bit funny because of how the daughter is chewing out the dad.
Crazy! That's highway robbery! That's my girl.
If you don't mind my saying, Pop, you're stooping pretty low borrowing money off a kid.
Tell me about it, but I don't know what else to do.
You can act like I'm in. Well, I don't know what else to do. Get out there, pull some jobs. There's banks, liquor stores, convenience stores, credit unions, and that's just robberies. You could be out there running numbers, pimping broad, selling protection, but instead you're sitting around like a schmuck. I don't even know you anymore.
I should also talk about the B-plot, but I'll run through it since this review is about Jimmy. Teresa ends up using Petey's infatuation with saving the Earth to get more money, a lot of it hurting him. This may seem bad because Petey is getting tortured for no reason, but it's actually pretty funny. Mainly because how ridiculous things get. It ends with Teresa about to sell Petey's kidney, but once she learns that they wanted all his organs, she cancels the deal. I honestly like how healthy this family relationship is. Sure, the family treats Petey like as an outcast, but at the end of each day, they all love him and do what they can to protect him. Thanks to a tip from McCool, Jimmy intends to sign up for employment, but due to him quitting his job, he's ineligible for it. And this leads to a scene which is going to convince you that Jimmy is a great father. So, having no other choice to make money, Jimmy is about to use crime in order to keep his family safe. When he notices some guard left the keys in a truck full of money, the best scene in the entire episode plays. I'll let it speak for itself.
Oh man, what the hell am I doing?
What are you waiting for? Some idiot left the keys in a truck full of money.
Don't do it, Jimmy. If you get caught, that will mean the end of your witness protection.
I ain't getting caught.
But if you do, I can no longer protect you.
Like you need this Gavone to protect you.
Jimmy, you would be endangering the lives of your family.
McCool's right, Jimmy.
Yeah, Pop, don't do it.
It is a lot of money, though.
Teresa!
I'm just saying.
What? You guys took all the good costumes. All right, I made up my mind. I'm pretty sure I can risk it.
Jimmy, no!
But I won't risk it for my family. I already put them through this once. I ain't gonna do it again.
Hooray! For Canada!
Jimmy knew he could get away with this, but he knew that no matter what he did, he would risk the safety of his family. And to him, it's better to ask Gina for money than it is to rob a truck and risk them dealing with the mob in New York. Remember, Jimmy ratted out the mob to save his family from their wrath. So taking the easy way out and risking losing witness protection just makes that betrayal that eats at him every day all for nothing. Both times in this episode, he puts aside something that he either wanted or didn't want to do to help out his family. And this is what makes Jimmy Falcone a great father. The episode ends with rewarding Jimmy for the sacrifice by having Cheese get run over so they can sue and get enough money to last them for 6 months. You may think this is dumb luck, but no. Jimmy gave Cheese the idea by reminiscing on the old days, so he did save his family here.
Remember the old days when we were short on cash? We just throw a junior good fella under a bus and fleece the transit company for the insurance.
Oh yeah, the good old days.
Jimmy's not the best father. He's no bandit. But he is definitely a great father. Funny how Ex Capo is a better father than Peter Griffin. Now, of course, the style review doesn't do that good of a job at explaining my point. However, I'm just starting and a character analysis isn't that great for me. After a bit of reviewing, I'll do a character analysis on Jimmy and the rest of Falcones. Or if you want a sooner one, try asking Kitty Monk. She does great character analyses and she clearly knows I'll forget about it. As for the episode itself, it's alright. It's one of the slower ones to get through, but it has some funny moments that keep me interested on rewatches. What do you think of the show? Do you also think Jimmy is a great father? If not, what is your argument? Let me know in the comments below. I plan to do more reviews like this, but not to forget about it. However, I do plan to do a review and focusing on each member of the family, so let me know what episodes you would like me to cover. I have ideas, but I can change on what people may want. This has been Scintillating Susie, and I'm signing off. Stay cool, everyone.
Up.